Welcome to the High Ground Podcast in under 10 minutes, and today we're going to be discussing Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who we all are. If you don't, watch them, listen to some of the others.
Move to another planet.
Yeah, so it's been announced as of recording last week that Steven Spielberg is no longer directing Indiana Jones 5. Question for you, Callum. 1. Should they move ahead with Indiana Jones 5? 2. Who should direct it? Should they move ahead with Indiana Jones 5?
Wow. I might lose a lot of friends for this, but I don't even think they should have gone ahead with it in the first place, with or without Spielberg. There's your answer to question 1. But hypothetically, if there was to be another director, who would I pick? I don't know. I was kind of spitballing Ron Howard in my head, but I think the one you came up with is way better.
Yeah. Ron Howard, I think he got his fingers burnt, and don't quote me on this, with Solo, because he came in to take over a project that was already developed.
But Ron Howard can do that, like, I know that's just what happened, but we're not, like...
I like Solo, for the record.
Yeah, I love Solo. Any way, shape or form, like, putting the man's talent down, because he's a great director. But he does fun really well, like, as much as Apollo 13 is, like, a serious film,
it's still
fun.
Like,
it's fun watching it.
I love Ron Howard.
And even his other, stuff that he's done in the past, and he's more than a capable director. He holds your attention.
As in my suggestion was George Lucas, and
which is a genius.
So Callum's idea is absolutely brilliant. I think Ron Howard would, if you're going to get someone realistically to do it. I know James Mangold's name's been put forward, but Ron Howard would be, because he's family.
Yeah,
and he's worked with them all before, and if you're going to get someone to take over the reins or something, Ron Howard just never made a truly bad film.
No, it's quite I mean, even his worst film everyone says is Willow. It's still enjoyable. I like it. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think it should have ever been a thing in the first place. I think, Harrison Ford's not in any way, shape, or form disrespecting him, but way too old to do this now. And I don't want a Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones movie.
No. I think you need to do Indiana Jones 5 so that you actually get rid of because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was badly received. It was a great concept,
I didn't mind it,
but it just didn't play out how
I think a lot of these 20 or 30 years later sequels that they make, they're literally pendulum swings. They're either really good, Blade Runner, or they're absolutely shite. And it's just, I don't know. It's just it seems like a Marmite thing with me with these long-awaited sequels. That they are either amazing or they're just is that what we waited for?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's one of the things right now on telly that's really made me happy, which is a 20 years later thing, is Picard.
Yeah.
And that sort of it does feel great when these sequel things happen and they're good. I just can't see this being good.
I hope, because you got Perfect Trilogy in.
Oh God, yeah.
And the ending where they go off into the sunset. Crusade was like, why do we need 4?
Yeah.
Because you don't. No, but I'd like a 5. I would like a good Indiana Jones 5, just so that it says, yes, this is Indiana Jones. This is it. It's gone out on top again, rather than people going, there's 3 good Indiana Jones. It's like the Die Hard. It's like the Die Hard.
Die Hard's a great example of that. Yeah.
3 good films and 2 absolute shite films. Pardon my language. So I really want Indiana Jones 5 just to say, yes, there is Indiana Jones, and let him go off into the sunset. The reason why they're saying James Mangold is getting James Mangold and send Indiana Jones off like Logan.
Yeah.
But
that was ultra-violent.
Yeah, no, so
that sort of tone though, yeah. I mean, it's the same, there's rumblings of Lethal Weapon 5 as well. And again, I don't want it to happen because, like we just said about Indiana Jones, Lethal Weapon 4 ended perfectly. They're all together, they've got their child. You don't need to see what happens when Riggs and Murtaugh are on Zimmer frames. I say I can't fathom why they're making it, but I obviously do know. But I mean, dollar signs.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't need a send off. I think it's already had one. I think Indy 4 is all these 20 years later sequels for me, like the protagonists having a dream one night.
Yeah.
They had another adventure, and it's there if you want it. But
Yeah.
you know, like I Die Hard going back. I went with a friend to the Prince Charles Cinema in London to see the trilogy in one night.
Nice.
And they made a point at the beginning of saying, yeah, we'll be watching Die Hard 1, 2, and 3 because there aren't any more. And everyone sort of went, yeah, you know, like, because there isn't really.
No.
It's just, but I don't know. I can't. It's one of those situations I probably, once I've seen it, I'll know what I think. But I really don't think they should do this.
I want to see Indiana Jones one last time, but I would like to see Indiana Jones, just so people can remember exactly why they love Indiana Jones. But I want George Lucas. I'd like to see George Lucas direct it because I think that he knows the characters, and it'd be really good to bookend. If you can't have Steven Spielberg, to have George Lucas because he does know the character.
Yeah,
he co-created the character, so to have. I'd like George Lucas to come out of retirement just to make this one film well received, and maybe have him go do the small independent films that he should have been doing.
That's what I want him to go out on, though, not this. I want him to go out on a film where everyone was like, "That was weird, but it's good." You know, like it was. I don't know. I think people will just bring a preconception if they know George Lucas is directing it.
I just want to see another George Lucas.
Oh, I do. Yeah, undoubtedly. Yeah, I don't care what it is either.
Yeah,
but I do. I would rather it was one of these art ones that he's always promised. You know, and Francis Ford Coppola's always said, "Oh, he's going to do it," and I always think, "Oh, he's pushing it though, isn't he?"
Yeah,
in the nicest possible way.
I mean, I can't see him doing Indiana Jones because he sold it all, and
I think he's. But with the franchises he's done, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
I think if the right thing came along, though,
yeah,
you may just think I've always wanted to do that.
And I'd like to see him, but he would be my dream director. But Ron Howard, realistically, Ron Howard would be the sure bet.
He just came straight to the forefront of my mind when you asked me.
Yeah.
And I just thought, well, who's still around that's relatively, like, not out of his craft anymore and is actually on the ball with like you say, every single Ron Howard film is crafted so good, so well, and they're all enjoyable.
You can make a film about Formula One with Rush.
Yeah, which I have no interest in.
Yeah, and you can make it interesting, and that's the
beauty
makes it a great
thriller. Yeah, and I can't stand films about emergency service. Like doctors' films.
Yeah.
And Backdraft is one of my favourite films as a kid. Like I've just always remember that the lines from that film, like that, just everything. And I didn't know it was Ron Howard for years, and then I found out, and I was like, well, of course it is.
For me, Ron Howard's Apollo 13.
Apollo
love that film so much.
Yeah.
So that's I think we've got a difference of opinion as to whether or not they should make the film, but they'll go ahead with it. And if they don't, then I won't be honest. I won't be disappointed.
I did also say James Gunn as well.
James Gunn would be good
because he handles ensembles quite well. I'd like to see an indie ensemble. That would be good, but I just don't know what they can do. Like who's the bad guy's going to be this time? The Koreans? Like, I don't know. Like, is he alive now fighting Trump, or is he? No, I joking aside, I just honestly don't know what they could do with it.
So that's my opinion on Indiana Jones 5. See you on another the High Ground podcast in under 10 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.